I'm Kamora.
I'm Naja.
And I'm Kamaya. And we are the girls who chat.
Today we have Jessica Smith with us. She is the owner of Agape, which is a clothing, hat, and bag brand. She is also the vice principal at Great Oaks, and she's here to share her journey with us as we dive into self-discovery.
So as Kamora already mentioned, today's topic is self-discovery. So we wanted to ask you, when did you first discover yourself?
I believe the first time I think I started discovering myself was in middle school. Middle school was a pivotal time where I started to get a little bit more agency over what I could wear, how I could wear it. So I think that was a time where I dug into what I liked, what I didn't like, was kind of first introduced to some pillars like Missy Elliott and Queen Latifah that kind of really steered how I wore my clothing or wanted to aspire to wear my clothing. So that was definitely the start. And from there, I just kind of took off with it.
What was like your signature piece from middle school?
My signature piece from middle school was definitely my hats and sneakers. So I was very, very big on my sneakers. I still am. I carry that over of like I start my outfits with my sneakers and then build an outfit from there.
Are you like like a sandwich? How do you feel about that, like a sandwich outfit?
I feel like that's a start. I feel like sandwich outfits are a start. But once you get comfortable with the sandwich outfits, I think breaking off from there is cool. But I mean, definitely was big on sandwich outfits in the beginning. They're clean cut to the point.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so like, did you have any like mentors? Like, what inspired you to like go into fashion?
My family, both my mom and dad are kind of like, well, more my dad. He's real dapper, the type that wear hard bottoms, a white collar shirt kind of guy. Really big into like quality brands like Ralph Lauren and things. So I always like kind of saw how he dressed. And my mom was a black mother that said, don't come out the house wrinkled. So those things put together really inspired me to like always, put it on, essentially. Like, always come outside looking like your best. Always come outside, no matter how you're feeling. Make sure that how you look is not how you feel internally.
Mm-hmm. Okay, going back to, like, your first middle school outfit, how did you feel like your fashion and your style changed over the years?
We went from middle school sweatsuits, Adidas tracksuits, Nike tracksuits with a hat and some sneakers. Then I feel like we branched off a little bit from that in high school. So we started wearing like a little bit into fads too. I mean, during the time it was a fad of like colored skinny jeans and polos and silly bands. And like I kind of got into that fad for a little bit, which was an interesting thing looking back now. It was crazy. But my fashion honestly was swayed by what was happening at the time in high school and middle school. And then by the time I got to college, I'm like, all right, enough of looking the same everybody else. What's me? And I think what were the pieces that I carried over? I'm like, all right, what's me is I love hats and I love sneakers. But what does that look like in a unique way? So then I started aspiring. Like, again, Missy Elliott has always been one of my inspirations. Even like Andre 3000, he's been another inspiration for me because he just is so eclectic in what he wears. And he's been the only person to kind of get out there and wear it. So I think it changed over the years of like me not caring as much to assimilate to everybody else over the years.
Do you think now, outfits that you used to wear in like middle school, you think you could pull out what you used to wear now?
Oh no. I think the only thing I feel like I could pull off now that I used to wear in middle school was like a polo sweatsuit. Like a Nike sweatsuit, like something out of the basic stuff that doesn't go out of time. But like, what's something that's in now for y'all? Like, what's something that you guys wear now that y'all like? This is it. Like, this is fly.
Ooh, that's a question.
I really don't even know.
I want to say like the jorts. And like
graphic tees.
Yeah, with the sneakers.
Okay.
The Jordans, the New Balances.
Jorts, graphic tees. Graphic tees been it though.
Yeah.
But jorts, that definitely was a heavy full circle. We used to get clowned for wearing jorts, actually.
And that was like a little fashion.
It's a fashion trend, like.
Right, that was with New Balances too. That used to like nobody would want to get caught wearing.
No, nobody wanted to wear New Balances. You would get clowned for New Balances. You would get what? Asics? You better not.
My mom said that.
Yes, you better not walk into school with Asics on. You getting clowned. Jorts? Yeah, nah. It was over.
My first day outfit. First day of school. Okay, so looking back at like your middle school outfits, do you get like memories like, oh yeah, I used to wear that and that used to be my favorite piece? Like what was your memory? If that makes sense.
Like my favorite piece that I like hold true to, or like
This outfit meant something to me. Like it was like I got the most compliments with this one. Like
or like how did you come up with your brand with that fit? Like
I feel like if we're talking about middle school pieces, the only thing that really sticks out to me is my Coogee hat. Coogee is a brand that's still popular-ish today, but really was popular back then, and even before my time, truly. And I had this Coogee hat where it had like panels of like pink, highlighter green, like on the panels was a white hat and had like Coogee on the front. And that was a hat that I wore down to the ground. I wore that hat down to the ground, but it had so many colors so I could wear so many different outfits with it. And every time I wore a different outfit, it was like a new compliment. Where I'm like, yo, I wore this hat like 15 times already. Like, so they would come with the compliments and I'd be like, all right, this is my piece. And I think that's what really inspired me, unintentionally and intentionally, to start looking for pieces, like staple pieces. What is the piece that I'm wearing that I'm really highlighting today? Is it my hat? Is it my sneakers? Is it this jacket? And then building from there.
you think you would ever wear that hat again?
Nah. R.I.P. to that hat, though. We had a great time.
okay, let's go into your educational mindset, your vice principal mindset. When did you first realize that you wanted to be a vice principal?
Woo. I went to college to become an educator. I always knew I wanted to be in education. My mom is a teacher, my father is a professor, my grandmama's a teacher. So the natural track of things was for me to getting into the educational field. I remember my mom, when it was bring your child to work day, I was surely in her classroom doing all the things and just like, experiencing education from a very genuine lens. My mom, she was one of those teachers that like the kids liked. It wasn't one of them teachers that like, oh, I can't stand going to this class. Like the cool teacher, the teacher you can go to with whatever, the teacher that really shows up on your birthday, on holidays, that kind of teacher. So, go ahead.
Do you think that's how she is with you too, or you think she's more like stricter and like with you?
My mom's a sweetie pie. She's like that with me too. She's a sweetie pie. Now my father, that bald head man, very strict. But it's a balance. It's a balance of the two. So I think I always wanted to be a teacher because of what I experienced through her. And then I went to college and got my bachelor's in English. Straight out of college, I became a tutor at Great Oaks. They were like, you're great, let's sign you on. And I became an 8th grade teacher. And then from there, I'm like, let's take this all the way. And I started to think, what can I do more? And I wanted to be in leadership. So this is my 2nd year being a vice principal, and I'm having a time of my life.
So also, since we're on the same track of education, so growing up, who was your favorite teacher?
Miss Thomas. I can say that off the bat. Miss Thomas she was actually, I don't want to say only, but she was my piano teacher. So in high school, we had electives. Miss Thomas, I'm from Atlantic City, so when we went over to Egg Harbor Township High School, Miss Thomas was now that I can, in my adult brain, she was a minority teacher. A lot of teachers were white where I went to high school, and she was like maybe one of 3 black teachers. Miss Thomas was a teacher that really inspired and brought a sense of community amongst a lot of the black students that also felt kind of outcasted in the majority pool. She was one that oftentimes she knew I was struggling, and it's crazy, I went to school for English. It blows my mind every day because I was struggling in English. She would bring me during lunch like, come on. I'd be like, what you want, Miss Thomas? I'm like, what you want? I don't want to go nowhere. She's like, no, we got to read. We got to do this. You got to pass. You got to do these things. And as mad as I was during that time with her, I just understand why now. And that's somebody that really, if it wasn't for her, I would not have passed high school. I would have not thought about going to college for English. I would not have thought about half the things if it wasn't for her and building that community amongst the students. Like, we called each other cousin. It wasn't Miss Thomas. It was, hey, cousin, come on, cousin. Like, come on. So Miss Thomas was somebody that cared about me, not just the grades I produced.
So do you think her like helping you made you like language more than what you thought you would? I think that's
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, English, any subject. I was not the best student. Any subject, I was just like, I'm gonna do the work because I'm not gonna go home and my parents gonna get on me. But I wasn't interested. And she really shed the light on like why I need to be invested in my education and especially literacy of like being able to fluently read and accurately read and all the stuff. She really put that passion in me. And I think that's a question for y'all. Like being in my seat as a leader, I aspire to be like her. But do you guys feel like you guys still have teachers today that are there for you as a whole individual, or you feel like I'm just floating through these classes and nobody care?
I would say my middle school teacher, she was like my dance teacher and my cheer coach, Miss English. I love her. She has a sweet soul. She just had a kid, and
Okay.
I really love her. She just like, I can talk to her. Like, she's not like my teacher. Like, she's my teacher, but like, I can talk to her, and I think like now that I'm older, I'm getting into like, well, she's letting me have that like relationship with her. So for sure, Miss English.
Okay, Miss English, shout out to you.
I would for sure say it was my gym teacher, but like she was not my gym teacher. Like I never had her as a gym teacher. It was just like in middle school we would always have like 3 different gym teachers in one like thing. And at first I didn't like her. Like I didn't like her. Her name is Miss Silvic. I did not like her at all. Cause like the first day I walked in late, cause I didn't know I didn't know. So the first day I walked into gym late, and then she just gave me attitude, so I just didn't like her. But then like everybody was so like, she's so nice, like you really just gotta talk to her. And like I'm like a person that talks to anybody, so I was like, all right. So I started talking to her, and then like that just became like we were just so close. Like it wasn't even like a teacher, like she said. It was like more like we were friends, but like obviously she wasn't my friend. But like she was such a good teacher, and it was like she couldn't help me with like work and stuff, but she would always talk to me about like my life and stuff. And I felt it seemed like she cared, and she wasn't like where she didn't understand what we were talking about. It was like she kind of like related to us in a way. So it was like like really good to talk to her. And every time I see her and like at a like track meets or something, I always would say hi to her, and she still always asks me like how I am, and she'll be like I can't believe this, like I'm not gonna see you, I don't see you every day. And like there'll be times where I'm all the way in like a whole nother like area in the school, and she's like, why are you in here? I'm just like, I just wanted to talk to you, like I gotta tell you what just happened in this class. So it was like I really do love that teacher. So yeah, that's my other teacher.
That's what I like to hear. Shout out to you.
For me, my English teacher, she was my 9th grade English teacher. Her name is Miss Sockwell. I love her entire life. Like what everyone else said, like she's someone I can talk to. Like I tell her everything. I'll be like, Sockwell, you won't believe what just happened to me. Like people are not real. And I'll just go to her, and like she helped me with like my work, because I was taking majority of like high school I took honors and AP classes, so it was kind of like difficult for me to like she helped me with my writing, helped me swing back into things. She helped me with a college essay. Like she was there for everything. So it's like now it's gonna be weird in September. Like I won't be able to like walk to her classroom, but I love her. So shout out to Miss Ockwell for sure.
So do you?
Going to a whole different state.
That's yeah.
And are you nervous for that transition?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I feel like I feel like when college was a topic, I knew that I was going to go out of state, because I wanted to experience something different, and I had an opportunity to actually study my first year in Italy, but mom got overprotective and said no, we're not doing that. So I said okay, that's fine. I always knew I was going to go out of state. It's not far from home, but it's far enough for me to be able to experience something new other than Jersey. Like I don't get me wrong, I love New Jersey and I love everything that New Jersey has, but I feel like it's something different for me to be able to grow as well.
It's like that feeling of being lost again for the first time. Like I don't know what ShopRite is like.
No, but I'm excited for that feeling. Exactly. It's gonna be different, and especially with you in education. I'm going in education as well.
Okay.
I'm actually going to secondary education, so it's gonna be 7 to 12th grade. So I'm excited to like study and get to know what it's like.
Listen, keep on. We need people that are genuine, honestly. It's a very, very scarce pool of educators that are there genuinely for the kids and genuinely for the uplift of the next generation. So we need people that are actually invested. So I can't wait for you to get there. Listen, give me a call once you finish.
I have a really big question, but this is like an awkward question. So,
Go ahead.
so we know that like janitors and like you know what those are, but like what is a vice principal? Like I really genuinely don't know what the vice, like I know what the principal does, but I don't know what the vice principal does. I know what the guidance counselors do, like they talk to people. Like what is a vice principal?
A vice principal is kind of like the foot soldier, I say. The principal is like the checks and balances, right? Yeah. The principal sits at the top and oversees everything, teachers, staff, whoever. And the vice principal is kind of the front lines of like, I'm reporting back to you. I'm checking in with the teachers. I'm seeing what the problem is. I'm trying to troubleshoot it. And then once I do all that, I'm coming back to you to say like, hey, this is what happened, X, Y, and Z. This is the solutions. This is what I'm trying to do. Is that okay? So it's kind of like a president and vice president.
Okay.
So essentially, it's a president and vice president. We work closely together to come up with solutions. If I can't come up with it first, then it goes to her. And my principal, she rock and roll. We rock and roll all up and through that building. We really do. Like, that's my dog. I really, really love learning under my principal. So it really feels like a partnership of like, yo, see what you could do first. I'm not going to overstep. But like, if you need me, I got you. So essentially, advice, like, it's like the president and vice president. I'm on front lines. I'm making sure everything's everything before it escalates to her. And that she just oversees everything.
Was there ever a time where it felt hard being a vice principal and you wanted vice principal and you wanted to like stop doing that?
All the time. And it's not the kids. It gets hard at times managing other adult personalities. Because with the mindset at times that as an adult, and I'm an adult, you're an adult, we should quote unquote know better. But like with time and learning, I've learned that every adult is on the same page or from the same upbringing or same past. And based on your past childhood, upbringing, experiences, everybody's on a different page. And it's not that better than, it's not that, but it's just like you got to meet everybody where they're at, whether they're an adult, a kid, whoever. So it's times like that where it gets frustrating, but you know, I always draw back to my why, and it's for the kids. I love the kids. I love kids down bad. And I just want to see them be the best versions of themselves.
Do you feel like you couldn't juggle both fashion and being a principal?
All the time. I clock out from my 9 to 5 and clock into my 5 to 9. Like, it's literally all the time. But my passion for it really reigns through. Truly, like, I love my brand real bad. Like, I feel like I get to just showcase more of me through my brand, and more of what I am as a person, outside of education. So that's why I pour into it. And it's been really dope and fruitful, but very, very exhausting, but very worthwhile. Have you guys ever thought of creating your own brand?
I actually do. Okay, no.
No.
But like I do want to get into fashion. Like I want to dress people.
A stylist.
We need that.
We do. Do it. Why not? Start with your friends.
Okay.
Start with your friends.
That's a good thing because like my friends always call me, but like I'm more into like the sandwich outfits. So,
Okay.
Like I would tell them like a sandwich outfit, white shoes, white shirt, and like
Clean
black pants.
That's good to start. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think you should do it. Don't
Scared.
Listen. Do it. Be scared. Be afraid. Do all the things, but do it. Don't let fear stop you from doing the things. Because I promise you, it took me a long time to get ahead of myself and ahead of my fear to launch this brand and talk to people and network. A lot of times, as crazy as it may seem, I don't like talking to people sometimes. And my job is talking to people all the time. So especially after getting off from that job to now, I got to go to this networking event. I still got to talk. My social media is on 2%, but you got to use that 2% to get where you want to go.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to talk to you. But like I want to get into fashion, be able to dress you. But like I just want to look at you and be like, okay, you look good in this without having to talk to you. Like, I don't want to talk to you.
Oh,
well, you gotta figure out the balance because you're gonna have to talk.
I don't want to. Okay, let's talk about like alone time. Like, what role does that play into like getting into self-discovery and your fashion and being a vice principal? What is alone time play?
You gotta be able to be comfortable with yourself and be able to enjoy your own company in order to go anywhere. I think alone time, I call it my mute time. I go mute from the hours of around, like if I'm not working on agape stuff, I'm around the hours from 7 to when I go to sleep some days, because it's just that alone time, that peace of mind to kind of just be with myself, see where I'm at, check in social emotionally with myself. But alone time is pivotal. You gotta know how to be by yourself, not with your boo, your side, whatever it is. You gotta learn how to be with yourself without the accompaniment of somebody else. And that doesn't count pets. I mean, you can be with your dog or your cat or whatever, but it's very important for self-discovery because it's without outside thoughts, right? It's just your own unrestricted thoughts. I could sit here and ask somebody like, yo, how you feel about this? Or I'm feeling like this, what you think? And those are not my genuine thoughts. And I'm taking on what they think as opposed to what I think personally. So make sure that's important. That's key to take y'all time, especially as y'all are young ladies and growing and developing. There's a lot of people in y'all ear right now, I'm sure, telling you to do this, do that. You should go and do this. You shouldn't do that. But always trust your gut and trust yourself and what you know is best for you.
So, like, what is your time process? Like,
Yeah, I was just
music,
like
tea,
like candles, like with the like just me.
I'm just looking at it.
That's crazy. But no, my alone time process, it depends on the day. It varies. I really like ice cream. I really like going to get ice cream. I like that, so I'll go get ice cream. Sometimes I'll just sit in my car, eat ice cream, listen to music. I love music. I'm also a DJ. So I love music. I love listening to new music and see where I can add it to a playlist. Also, I love watching Netflix and shows. So like when I go mute, it's not me sitting in the dark like this and not talking. It's me usually in bed watching a show. I'm watching The Shy right now from the top. So that's the show I'm really into, and that's another long time to just like mute my brain and just tune out.
Is there any like show or movie? Is there like a person that you was like when you say I don't know how to say this. When you were like younger, you was like, that's gonna be me when I'm older. Like that's who I wanna be, that's who I'm gonna dress, like that's how I'm gonna dress. Like,
Missy Elliott. I love her so bad. I saw her in concert for the first time last year. And I cried because it just felt like my idol in front of me. And that's like crazy to people that Missy Elliott is like that person. Because some people say like Beyonce or this.
Yeah.
But Missy Elliott is really, she's always been groundbreaking. And that's what I aspire to. She's always been like unique herself. Like the stuff that people are doing now with metallic and Afrofuturism, she been did that. Been. So like just for her to have that creativity and that lens to see forward is what I aspire. And even in her dressing, like she just dresses so cool. To me, like just unique and cool. But yeah, is there anybody you guys aspire to right now?
I don't know. I feel like this might be rude to say, but I feel like everybody is the same nowadays. So it's like I don't know.
You're not lying. I'm glad you have that lens. You're not lying. I'm sorry, y'all's generation music is killing me. I just don't even understand what's going on. Like when me, like what does that even mean?
No, because
that's actually catchy.
But it's catchy, and that's all it is. It's no depth though.
It's just catchy, so it's just like it's gonna get you like, oh, okay, I like this. But
it's the
I definitely still.
It's the summer. My bad.
It is, and I'm not knocking the song because it's catchy, but I'm thinking like on a deeper level.
Yeah,
What's going on in this song for real?
But I feel like that's why I'm with like Sexy Red. She just like
she speaks in onomatopoeia. We don't know what she's talking about. I swear we don't know what she's talking about.
like I don't know.
Yeah.
But like I'm into like I have two different eras. I have like my gangster era and my soft girl era.
Okay.
Soft girl era is like SZA, Summer Walker,
okay,
Janae Aiko. But like my gangster era is like Lil Baby, Young Boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he not really gangster, but
he is sad gangster. He is.
I don't like raw wave. I love NBA though. That's like when I'm ready to, ride out. But like I know y'all generation loves. But I'm trying to understand like from the perspective of somebody older, I'm trying to understand what messages he's sending when he jumps off that balcony in his concerts. And like, you guys got to really think, like, what message is he sending to y'all and the younger people that maybe are not even as old as you? What message is he sending?
Yeah.
What's he going for with that?
He scared people.
The wrong way. I just feel like the wrong way, like
It's very sad and depressing.
He's never happy. I'm scared of that.
Okay, but like his message to me don't give. Okay, it gives sad and like some songs.
If you think about something, he has a song for that move.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like he also gives like love and like heartbroken. I guess.
No, I can't have that.
Is it heartbroken or is it love?
It's
Heartbroken love.
it's like.
Is it like I'm so happy to be in love, or is it like I'm so sad I'm missing this person so much?
That.
Yeah.
And but like I don't know, music moves me, and that's why I'm asking. Like, music really moves me. So if I'm listening to a heartbroken song, I'm like, dang, that was sad. What? And it's like, what are you trying to?
I feel like music definitely makes you think more.
It does.
So sometimes, like you said, for your quiet time, I feel like a show is good. But like sometimes show can make you think more. Like
That too.
Like I don't know.
But yeah, I understand. I love NBA. I do, because he speaks to like my just chaos. He speaks to my chaos. Like, I get it. Everybody has it. He's chaotic, and he speaks to that. And it's just like a time to, if it's summertime, I'm about to go outside or whatever the case may be. NBA. But if I need to just reel it in, it's other people. I love SZA. I saw her. I love her. I love Summer as well. But Summer also, some of her lyrics are a little like, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
She's a freakazoid. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like my music I don't have a music taste. It's just whatever mood I'm in I'm putting that person on. Like if I'm in like a upbeat but like slow, calm, I am gonna put SZA on. If I'm in like I want to sing my heart out, I'm gonna put like Keisha Cole or like
Come on now.
Carrie or like Beyonce on.
Come on, Keisha. Anybody listen to Mary J. Blige, or that's too old?
Oh yes, I did sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
He was raised right. He was raised right.
That's the only song like when my mom's cleaning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
when she plays it, I feel like it's not like
it's
my
Sunday,
type of
yeah.
music. Like I wouldn't just put that on for me to listen to it. But like if my mom playing it, I'm gonna go in the living room and start doing a little two-step or something.
The only song that like will make me come out of my room is "I'm Going Down." I gotta really be down on the ground.
Yo, I'm not going to
He was raised right.
Okay, going back to agape. How did you come up with that?
Agape is a word my dad is a wordsmith. He just likes these big, grandiose words. He likes to throw different things. So he had said it one day. And I'm like, what does that even mean, sir? Because, oh my God, just saying stuff. And he was like, it means unconditional love, like the highest form of love. I'm like, all right, cool. And it just stuck with me. It really, like, it was just one of those words that, like, kind of, in a weird way, haunted me after that for months and months and months. I'm like, why?
It's like some stuff you'll forget, like, but it's like, oh.
That was one of those ones that just really, like, just stuck. But then I really dug into it for myself, and I'm like, yo, unconditional love has just been the encompassing word for my life experience. Just different experiences of like giving and receiving unconditional love through good, bad, whatever, has been super transformative for me. I talk about Miss Thomas, like I was giving it to her. Miss Thomas, I was giving it to her. I don't want to like leave me alone. And she was like, yeah, come on. Like, so like just the different forms of unconditional love that was shown to me or reciprocated back through me. I think that was just the word that I'm like, I got to use this in some kind of way to like be a catalyst to, get the community onto it as well.
Okay, speaking of community, Love Day.
So Love Day, at the foundation of it was just the anniversary of Agape. But it became something more over the years. Like we had the first year, and it was a great turnout, but I'm like the reason, the rationale or rhyme behind Love Day is just simply that. Come out and show love. Whether you're coming to, buy stuff, or you're coming to just give somebody else a hug, come in and chop it up with your favorite friend you haven't seen in a while. Like Love Day is just that space to be communal and come together, whether you're networking, talking to people, whatever, to just come show up and show love in its purest form. Love Day is coming up this year. Look out for that as well. And we're definitely partnered with some of our favorite people, like the Art Walk and Garden Boys, to just make it a more fruitful experience.
Okay.
Does that tattoo say agape?
Yeah, you gotta make it real.
I love that.
You gotta make it real for yourself. This is my logo. I just felt like if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And that's what this tattoo really symbolizes for me. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. It's tattooed on my body now, so it's gotta be something.
Yeah.
This has to be something. I gotta keep working. This is my reminder at my 5 to 9. Like, this has to work, and I have to keep working towards it being greater because this is on my body forever.
Okay, so back with Miss Thomas,
Mm-hmm.
would you count her as like your mentor? Like she helped you through identity struggles?
I haven't spoke to Miss Thomas in some years. Just like I can't even talk no more. But I just haven't heard from her. But during that time, I think she made it very comfortable for me to be myself. So I could say yes to that question. She made it a very comfortable space of non-judgment. She asked a lot of questions, but even in her questioning, it wasn't accusatory. It wasn't like to impose her own opinions or bias. It was, I just want to know so that if anybody asks me, I could be a force to stick up for you. I could be a force to be like, yes, and what for you. So she just made a comfortable space for development for sure.
Guess how this Miss English? I feel like I'll pop off about her.
What school is Miss English from?
She does like during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
She's at Speedway,
Mm-hmm.
but like during the school year, she's at Harriet Tubman
Okay.
on 10th Street.
Okay. I'm like, I've heard her name before in the same light. So I'm like, Miss English, shout out to you. Wherever you at, Miss English, it's you. It's you. Keep doing the good work.
Yeah. Okay, what advice would you give someone who's trying to like with fashion or who's getting into their identity or stuff like that? Like what advice would you give to?
My advice is people are going to talk regardless. So be who you are. Whether you're doing the right thing, doing the wrong thing, everybody's perception of good, bad, right, or wrong is all different. So my advice to you is be who you are effortlessly, without remorse, without fear. Because if we often hold on, like I did, of the fear of like what other people are going to say or what other people are going to think, you're going to just stop yourself from your own greatness that comes from being your unique self. We're all here. We're all uniquely made. So we need to show off what is so unique about us without the fear of being ridiculed or the fear of somebody else's internal struggles being projected onto you, essentially. So, in short.
Do you want to shout out?
Yeah, turn me up on social media, y'all. Please follow the page at AGAPEUNCON. That's Agape Uncon. That is the brand page. But also, if you would like to follow me and connect with me for styling, DJing, and or modeling, it is Linux Lioness, LENOX_LIONESS.
Wait, sorry. One more question.
Yeah.
DJ.
That's a new adventure.
Okay.
I don't like to box myself in. I like to do anything, everything. I love music, so let's go DJ. That's how I felt. So Grounded Music is a DJing school piloted in the great city of Newark, through Dana J. So it's a roundabout 6-week program. They teach you the ins and outs, the history of DJing. I found it on Instagram. I said, yep, this is it. Signed up, and it's been really dope ever since. It's a community that, like, even after the 6 weeks, you can tap in with them. Like, hey, y'all, can we link up? I want to learn about this, or I need more music. It's like a community that just forever goes on. So please book me if you need a DJ. I'm out here. I love it. I'm specialized in like R&B and piano. So please hit me up.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank y'all.
Podcast. You are our second guest for
Hey.
So,
Yeah.
Thanks, y'all.